from fossil fuels, right? That's what we have always been taught the past few decades, that these alternative modes of transportation were the answer. But now we're seeing that they're also creating havoc. And we're seeing that maybe it's not fossil fuels that are the enemy. Maybe what is the enemy is breaking what the Creator has made. Any kind of energy that requires us to break the bones of the earth, the water of the earth, is not a sustainable energy. And so whatever we do, we have to find something that doesn't do that. And so I'm going to say something briefly, a story, and then we'll go on to our final speaker, Shirley. I was in Menominee Reservation recently, and Menominee peoples are in Wisconsin. And I flew in, right, and I was about to fly out. I had this great time with Gary Besaw. He runs the food and agriculture system there. And I said, I'm leaving today, Gary. It was so nice to be with you, you know. And he said, yeah, I know you're leaving. I put some tobacco down for you. I was asking the spirits to forgive you. And I said, why? He said, because you're going in the air on an airplane. And you're not supposed to go up there. He said, if you were meant to go in the sky, the Creator would have given you wings. And that is a very interesting ethic, right? This notion that, unlike the Elon Musks of the world and the builders of the atomic bomb and the builders of the fastest car who just want to push the boundaries of what we can do and pioneer in all these ways, Gary is saying, actually, what we're meant to do is just what we were created to do, to walk on the earth with our legs. And when we talk about alternative energy, sometimes I wonder if that is the alternative energy. Is the energy that already lives within us. The energy that our ancestors not only were okay with, but led arguably much, much happier lives than we are living now, with the energy they had in their bodies, in the water, in the lands, etc. And I'm starting to think that more and more, the alternative is not wind turbines, the alternative is not solar panels, the alternative is not electric vehicles, but rather the alternative is humility, to be humble again. Another thing in Diné culture, which I didn't know as a younger woman, we're not supposed to get tattoos in Diné culture. I didn't know that. I got some on my back when I was 16. Don't tell my grandma. But the reason they said you don't get tattoos is because you're basically telling the Creator, I'm not satisfied with what you gave me, I want more. I'm not happy with this body you gave me, I think I can make it better. And granted, there's plenty of indigenous peoples who do tattooing, and I think that's beautiful and wonderful. I'm not trying to say that. They have their reasons for that, right? I'm just giving you an example of a perspective to be grateful for what we have. This notion of enoughness. How much is enough? When do we get to enough? We never seem to get to enough in this society. So maybe instead of trying to get more, we need to be happy with less. Happy with, and after that earthquake, when we all were shook with an 8.8 magnitude earthquake, hospitals were overflowing, we were grateful just to hold our daughter in our arms and to feel her breathing, to feel to hear her laughter. That wasn't just enough, that was like so special, so exquisite, you know? And to have the ability to appreciate something as simple as our own breath. And when we do that, we walk the earth as a species, as an organism, as a child of the Creator that is grateful for all that Creator has given us. I don't know how on earth we go to a mountaintop and see the grandeur, the splendor of creation. and still think to ourselves, I want more. So anyways, that's my spiel. I'll get off my soapbox. Let's go into Shirley Crennock, our last speaker. Please take a visit at the posters. Please be patient with me as I try and find the bio. I'm so honored and happy to be here with